gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ dá sí agbede méjì ayé àti ọ̀run àjúbà yín o. Ọlọ́run gbogbo ọgbọ́n dání sọ́mọ̀ méje ilẹ̀ méjì àjúbà yín o. Ẹ wá gbàdúrà wa lọ́jọ́ tòní o. Ẹ jókòó. Our dear guest treasurer, Professor David Brown, Head of History and Strategic Study, University of Lagos. Our elder scholar, they have given lectures to more than 7 different programs in Hope History and Odo Professional Foundation. Professor Derin Olobela, HOD Political Science Department, University of Lagos. Mr. Adeleye Ajayi, Chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Lagos Chapter. The bunker Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land. Ṣíbíńká Mùtìmẹ́yìn, aṣojú Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land. And other NCC members of the high table and every NCC member in this gathering. And the entire members of Yoruba People's Congress. Oki gbogbo yín o. Ojú òní tì yín o. Ìmọ̀ta ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí o. Òní sun yín kò ní rẹ̀ yín o. Kàkà kó rẹ̀ yín kó rẹ̀ wọn kú nínú igbó. Àkàkọ́rẹ̀ ìkórè ẹja nínú odò. Àwọn alálẹ̀ àti ìlẹ́yìn o. Àwọn aláṣepọ̀ àti ìlẹ́yìn o. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò nígbà ṣe yín ṣe. Àgbàrá òjò lóòwò ní wọlé onílé ní onígbà fún. Ìtọ́ka àdàkọ́ni ní òyìnbó. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé a ti wà nínú ètò lẹ́nu ètò ojútùú ẹ̀bù yìí. Ó ti lé lógún ọdún tá a ti ń ṣe báyìí. Ìjọ rírí jẹ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́. Ọjọ́ tí ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ febi tù ló pọ̀. Là ń yí mọ́ la fi ń ṣe é. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà wípé bí ọdún méjì sẹ́yìn Àjàjàyí olórí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àti àwọn aṣòfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí wọ́n wá recognize due to it as public holiday. Wọ́n ti wá fún Ààrẹ MKO Abiola ní posthumous award gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀kan nínú àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó ti kọjá lọ. Fẹ́kẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé tí ẹ̀rọ bá jókòó ti òkúta tó bá lù tí ó kò níbi òkúta yẹn, ó sì lè kí òkúta yẹn lágbára tó omi ó jáde àwọn omi tó tutù. Wọ́n á fẹ́ bẹ̀ yín ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ má jẹ́ kó sun yẹn, má jẹ́ ó rẹ̀ yín o. Lóòótọ́ àwọn kan ń gbé ẹbọ ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì lórí ẹgbẹ́ yìí, wọ́n dẹ̀ fi atẹ́gùn rẹ̀wẹ̀sì. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn bàbá wa ní òkúta bá sọmọ́ pẹ́ wọ́n ní tí aríniṣẹ́gi bá ṣẹ́gi gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ro irú ẹgbẹ́ ìkórè ara ẹ̀ láti gbé wọn. torí àkọjá àyèwọ̀ orí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa láwà. Àlọ́ jí ọmọ ọlọ́mọ gbé lórí ilẹ̀ onílẹ̀. Àlọ́ ní kí àwọn ẹ̀rọ míì ká lọ ilẹ̀ Haúsá ká ní kọ́ má dáko. Àdẹ̀tí rí ìwọ Yorùbá kan tó lọ jólé ẹni àrí. Gbogbo ọkọ̀ tá à ń ṣe lórí ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni. Lẹ́yìn olótìtọ́ ìrànlọ́wọ́ wà. Ẹ mọ ìdí tí mo fi jó ijó ìbọn ṣákáṣáká. Orin tí ìbọn ṣákáṣáká, orin tó kọ tó fi ní freedom ní South Africa ni. Ó ti sọ fún DJ Kamo, oníkó máa bá mi wá freedom. I cry for freedom. Ìbọn ṣákáṣáká náà ló kọ́. Mi rí dogo ọ̀rọ̀ àrẹ ọ̀dọ́ kákan fún mi tó ló kọ́ ńkọ́ má gbìlẹ̀ búrò mi ju bíbá ilé mi. Ó fẹ́ tàbí lọ́wọ́ orin Abíọ́lá. Ó dẹ̀ ní orin kan tí kí n sọ ní òkòsù kọ. Ó dẹ̀ ní orin yẹn ló yẹ ká máa gbọ́ orin freedom. Because we are sitting down here on the basis of freedom. Abiola is not principled, is not resolute. I doubt we won't have our democracy in 1999. Not only he fought for our democracy, he paid supreme price for it. But unfortunately, our political class now misuse the opportunity. I believe in the grave of Abiola today, Chief M.K. Abiola will not be happy with Nigeria. Because this is not Nigeria of our dream. This is not Nigeria we dreamed for when I started the struggle at the age of 23. I left my business, I ignored my parents, I took the higher risk of my life to join the struggle. But those who did not vote for us, who are political opportunists, they now destroy all the legacy of our forefathers. They destroyed our institution, they sold most of the institution, and they used it to do a surety or guarantee for a reasonable loan. That was the reason that amongst every member of OPC here and our guests here, the struggle continued. Victoria Asata. Majority of you just tell you no products.
Victoria Asata. Ẹ máa já sí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìdí nìyẹn. Nǹkan tá a wá sọ mí báyìí torí àwọn guest lecturer torí terms of their struggle. Nǹkan tá a fẹ́ à nílé sọ púpọ̀ bí báyìí. Because ọ̀rọ̀ June 12 ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ibi tá a bá struggle adé sí kò tí ń kọjá ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ṣùgbọ́n ká má balẹ̀ embarrass àwọn guest lecturer àti pé wọ́n ti shoe stain kan fẹ́ lò. A play tunes wọn díẹ̀. A bá padà sílé wa, a bá ti padà sí struggle wa, a padà sórí struggle wa. Lónìí, ibi tí struggle yẹn ti lé dé, táwọn ìjọba àròkù wọn fẹ́ pààyàn. Wọ́n bìlí pé àwọn fẹ́ kó àmì láti pààyàn. Ayé wa níbàyà, SSS wà níbàyà tó márùn-ún. Kí ló kú wá ṣe níbàyà? Àwọn ice cream kan tá à ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní láti wá ní. kò sí kọ́tà ṣe nígbà yẹn tó pamọ́.
Ayà yín máa dá.
There is something we are doing that is hidden. We don't have skeleton in our cupboard. I know about five of you is here. But you don't have business here. We haven't even started protests. This is an indoor program, and it's a program of intellectuals. It's a program to brainstorm and build a way forward. Nǹkan tá a wá sọ bí gbogbo bàtà ń ṣe gbogbo olóyìnbó ló máa rí ìbájú ní oṣù sọ gbogbo olóyìnbó tó sáyé lẹ́rọ̀ ní láti fi ṣàǹgbìṣà lẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́ wá waste time ara yín nígbà. Nǹkan tó ń pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè ìfẹ́ ẹnu lẹ́yìn fi ń belong sí orílẹ̀-èdè. You don't force a citizen to be a citizen of the country. It's by the character of the government. It's by the program of the government. It's by having a government with rule of law. A government that discourages corruption in the system. A government that believes in the wish of the people. That's the only way you can attain peace in any society, in any country. When you have denied me my future, I realize my future is bleak in a nation. I have the right to decide my own future, and my future is in my own hands. Kí ṣe Wàsíù Ìṣọ̀lá baálẹ̀ Agádágba ní Ẹ̀pẹ́, mo kí ṣe Razak Ìdòwú baálẹ̀ Ìṣọ̀ ní Ẹ̀gbẹ́, mo kí ṣe Núrénì Ègúdọlá ìwà oyè Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yorùbá land. Agubiade Abewe of the Solid Kingdom. With a key ọ̀rẹ́ mi dáadáa, Razak Ọládòṣù. He was the former assistant to Ondo State Governor. Ayé ìgbà mi ní Mímíkò. Ó dẹ̀ kú à, Bẹ́sìmọ̀ àwọn àmì báyìí, kúkú lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́sìmọ̀, mo kí ọ̀túnba Bẹ́sìmọ̀ ní Eze. President Team Nigeria for Change. Our Nigeria team here. Ekuche Nigeria o. Oki Mr. Ademola Olaseyinde, OPU Italy. Lónìí sìn, Àìdá ẹ̀fẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́, about 174 countries náà protest lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lórí bí Yorùbá ti máa bọ́ nípa. So they are protesting in about 174 countries as I'm talking to you. Àwọn jàmbá àgbàdì píṣọ̀ wọn kà tó kò lé. Torí nǹkan bíi 7 hours difference ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ protest on June 12 ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní nǹkan bíi 7 hours difference. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ protest on Asia, South America, Europe, some African countries. Nígbà tẹ rí pé nǹkan fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe ṣàtúnṣe fẹ́ ṣàtúnṣe wá lọ kó bọ́ ti yàn. Nígbà tá a bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ìgbà nípa ó ní wọ́n máa ń kárí àwọn Nàìjíríà ṣe ní. Ta ló fẹ́ take care refugee population Nàìjíríà? Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó kú ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. The population of Nigeria táwa máa kà á kó pé afẹ́wọ̀ 230 million. About population Nigeria, after to 60 to 70% of the entire West African region. So àwọn olóṣèlú wa àwọn ọmọ kọ́kọ́ fi ṣeré o. Ẹ̀múṣòwò rẹ̀ ẹ̀ha sí Àbújá ẹ̀yọ́kò l'Àbújá ó náà wá ta Putin lọ́rùn. Àbújá tó wà yẹn òun ò jẹ́ kẹsì mi náà bẹ̀. So mo bẹ̀ yín yan wá. Ẹ lọ fẹ́ ogun rẹ̀wẹ̀sì ẹ lọ fẹ́ dànù lórí àwọn kan ti ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí fún ara yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ń ka ìwé àdàkọ mi ní òyìnbó lórí pòfẹ́sọ̀ wa ló wá dá wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ dáadáa. I welcome you all to this important gathering. I want to appreciate all our guests for being part of this event. It is my hope that our struggle will never be in vain. The annual commemoration event we could not hold last year because of the coronavirus pandemic that ravaged the global community. But today, I'm happy that even though the situation still bites the world, we are still able to make it to this event. For over 2 decades now, the Yoruba People's Congress, OPC, under my leadership, have been at the vanguard of the struggle to make June 12 the authentic democracy day. Ẹjọ́ mo bẹ àwọn tó pariwo yẹn wọ́n ra wọn lọ́wọ́ ẹjọ́ kí ṣe ilé kó má gbé lóde o. Annually, we use June 12 as commemoration events as this to promote discourse. Many of the journalists present here today can testify to this. With the June 12 becoming the official democracy day today, I can comfortably say that Ààrẹ MK Abiola live forever. I'm happy because of our effort to ensure that democracy is deeply rooted in Nigeria and not in vain. Our demand that June 12 becomes the official democracy day was one of the greatest rewards and dividends of democracy. The import of this on all of us is that democratic rule in the country has come to stay, and Nigeria must continue to cherish sacrifice made by heroes of democracy. I'm happy to tell you that late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola and several other Democrats live forever in our hearts. But it is sad that after 22 years of democracy, Nigeria is still not in tune with those worthy ideals that late Abiola lived and died for. The late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola, in his life, represents hope. Remember his campaign slogan, Hope 93. But the question remains, is there any hope in Nigeria? And the answer is no. It is no because the politicians that are supposed to give hope for the hopeless in Nigeria are fast slashing their hope and eroding their very foundation of democracy. In the past 22 years, our democracy has only involved in promotion of disunity, rivalry, senseless killings, massacre of Nigeria on a daily basis. The present danger has been threatening the fragile union of our great country, and sadly, Nigeria is sliding toward anarchical terminal points. Anarchical terminal points. The late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola in his life represents unity in Nigeria. That is why he is able to win presidential election even in the north, where his main opponent, Alhaji Bashir Tofa, came from. But today, the symbol of unity has passed on. What we have now in Nigeria is nothing but the fragile unity, where all various ethnic nationalities make up Nigeria live with mutual suspicion. Nigeria is at war with itself because a section of the country has always betrayed the trust, which is bond that binds us together, which is the bond that binds us together as a nation. Late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola in his life symbolized liberty, freedom for all. But in reality, is there any freedom in Nigeria today? The answer is no. A good example of this is the federal government's ban and suspension of Twitter platform. As far as I'm concerned, it is another point to tamper with the citizen right of freedom of speech and expression. And if federal government succeeded in banning and suspending Twitter, it would easily do the same to other social media platforms. Now that the federal government has said that all social media platforms must be registered to continue operation in the country, we must follow the trend and rise against the full regulation. We must stop the excessive use of federal might to concrete the ideas of democracy and the content of democracy. In global democracy, freedom of speech and expression is a major component of an ideal democracy. And Nigeria cannot continue to live in deceit and self-denial. If democracy could not guarantee freedom of speech and expression, so what system of government will guarantee such component of good governance? Of course, again, if democracy cannot guarantee freedom of speech and expression, so what system of government will guarantee such component of good governance? The unceremonious suspension of Twitter has generated a lot of hostility from international communities. The US government are also playing the federal government on the social media platform. I am sure that late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola will never be happy in his grave that democracy, he lived and died, was soon out of autocratic in nature and practice. Late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola will always shiver in his grave, and that those who have benefited and still benefiting immensely from the democracy and died for have always lost touch with the masses of the people for whom democracy is all about. The late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola in his life truly represents wealth, strength of Nigeria. He was one of the richest men in Africa at a time when the country was also the giant of Africa. Today, we need nobody to tell us that Nigeria has lost the past glory. For all indication, our economy is far behind that of South Africa and Egypt. Many of our foreign investors have left the shore of Nigeria because of the growing state of insecurity in the country. For instance, the 28 countries that make up of the European Union provide the basic infrastructure, including power, good roads, healthcare, and other social facilities for their respective citizens in Europe. Citizens enjoy their life to the fullest. Majority of Yoruba today want self-government in order to put their destiny in their hand. They want to determine their fate and destiny. As I stand before you today, a Yoruba group in Diaspora, Yoruba One Voice YOB, is holding a rally in 174 countries spreading across all 6 continents in the world to support the agitation of self-determination. The Yoruba People's Congress OPC has been celebrating the June 12th anniversary for the past 20 years. We are choosing a topic with the title June 12th and National Integration because June 12th is a truly fulfilling experience of the struggle for democracy. I'm sure the guest lecturer, our able Professor David Aura, will do justice to that topic. And to the glory of God, the struggle that lasted for 20 years was rewarded 2 years ago when June 12th became the official Democracy Day. Late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola was later honored posthumously with the Grand Commander of Federal Republic, GCFR. But it was irony of fate that late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola was the Nigerian president that will never rule. The late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola dreamed to convene a sovereign national conference in Nigeria. Then was captured in historic speech in Ekpedo in 1994. With his understanding of complexity of Nigeria as a nation, late Ààrẹ Abiola knew that Nigeria can only make meaningful progress with the convocation of a sovereign national conference to solve the problem of Federal Republic of Nigeria. But today, successful governments have failed to convene the sovereign national conference, and Nigeria is presently at the crossroad. As for us as a people, the lesson of June 12 is the lesson of hope. It is the lesson of how not to give up in the struggle against injustice, nepotism, corruption in the country. And in all, it is the lesson of how to take our destiny in our hand. Because no matter what it takes, the force of darkness will never prevail over force of light in Yoruba land. And as I said earlier, late Ààrẹ MKO Abiola will not be happy in his grave to see Yoruba land be overwhelmed daily by a state of insecurity, wanton killing, as it was in Igangan last Sunday. Finally, I want to tell those enemy infiltrating Yoruba land, their days and numbers. We will never allow criminal Fulani experts to kill and maim and destroy our heritage. And we will not allow any pin of our land to be in their hand. We will do everything possible to defend our territory at all day and at all time. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.
Your staff captain a standing ovation for the General Disimo, the 15th Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land. Keep clapping, keep clapping. Arrest honor.